Chief Executive Lam, I want to talk about the tight border controls. Despite having any new cases in Hong Kong remains shut at a time when cities like Singapore are opening up. What would it take for Hong Kong to open up its border?
Well, I have said in public that our priority now is to resume some normal travel with the mainland. This is the common aspiration of the Hong Kong people, including international business based in Hong Kong. Because if I ask them, your choice of having a headquarters, a regional office in Hong Kong was because of the access to the mainland market. So if I open up the border for the international arrivals, but at the same time you cannot travel into the mainland, that really is not the best arrangement for our business people. So we have a very good and positive meeting between the two sides, that is the Hong Kong and the mainland officials. We have agreed a set of parameters based on which we can move on to the next stage of discussing how we could gradually resume some
What are those parameters, Chief Executive Lam? Talk to us about those parameters. Is it 80% vax rate? What are you looking for specifically before you open up? Because investors are concerned. We've heard from the likes of the AmCham saying that, its members may be considering moving out of Hong Kong to places like Singapore.
Well, first of all, our latest company survey showed that the number of overseas and mainland companies based in Hong Kong has not dropped. It actually was a record high in terms of the overseas and mainland offices, and particularly in terms of startup. Now, coming back to the parameters, of course, the two sides are in close discussion, but one would say that it's basically the same things. One is, of course, very high vaccination rate, which I'm sorry to say that we are still lagging behind. My original goal of reaching 70% by the end of September was still not achieved. Right now, we are still not up to 70%, so we have to do a much more better in terms of vaccination, particularly amongst the old people, because based in Singapore, that old people are very vulnerable whenever there is an outbreak. The second is, of course, the infection control measures, both in terms of arrivals and also in terms of preventing a spread in the community. And the third will be the contact tracing. Just in case there is a local case, how effective is the contact tracing regime in order to prevent the widespread infection in community? And another factor is, of course, just in case there is an outbreak, what is the mechanism to suspend it? So there are several things that we need to discuss in detail, and I hope that we will have a second meeting soon.